Hi, I'm John Drummond. I'm just going to introduce you to business functions, the first things you see when you load it up, and basically how to get started. So if we just boot up Excel, business functions, when you download it and install it, it will register itself with Excel and will provide a couple of menus on the top of the Excel workbook. One of the menus will simply be a list of all the functions here, categorized in each of the categories of functions. There's about 500 in total, and they are laid out in terms of categories, which is what you're seeing at the top of the screen here, and within categories there are families. So if I look at the payments family of the discrete amounts section, make payments is one of the functions. If I click this, what will happen is it will paste in a blank sort of template into the cell I'm at within Excel. So there it is. It shows an error because I've got no data in this function, but there we are. I just have to edit this and put in some real numbers there, and I'll have my make payments function working. So that's the basic library section. There's a few tools to help you get around the library. Obviously there's a help file which lays out all the different sorts of function, describes all the variables. This is also available online. Then there is the function finder, which is like a little database really. So if I look for that function again, make payments, I've got make payments. I've got a few variations on the make payments function here, but here's our basic make payments function. I can do a few things straight from this screen here. I can access the help file, which will take me to the make payments entry in the help file. I can bring up the example spreadsheet, and I can paste the function template, which is what we did before. A couple of minutes ago we pasted that function template in. So let's load up the example spreadsheet, and that's the example spreadsheet, which is a working example. It's not phony at all. You can change the numbers and see how things work. That's the function finder. Trace I'll come back to when we look at a real live example. We've got some tutorials, come back to that in a minute, but other examples including some what we call templates, samples if you like, on the internet. That's the main menu, which is the library menu. The utilities menu is really some sort of extras. These are sort of not functions as such, but just useful utilities really. Some of them are fairly minor, almost trivial, like the recalculate. You can calculate by sheet or the whole model, or the whole model with a full rebuild. There's quite a nice go to where you can go to a sheet or a different workbook or range quickly. It's a navigational aid. There's a utility for exploring links to other worksheets. So these are kind of utility things. There's a couple of bigger utilities here, one of which is the cash flow administrator. I won't go into that in detail in this video. Essentially it's about passing information from one spreadsheet to another in a budgeting or business planning situation, where you want a bit of an audit trail about what information you've passed. So if you want to say download the construction data from a department, and you want to pass that to the business planning department, and then they upload it into their models and it gets used in the budget, you want that to happen in a fairly solid way, and in a way where you can trace exactly who passed the information. That's cash flow administrator. Monte Carlo, there are various products on the internet for running Monte Carlo simulation within Excel. This is a very simple Monte Carlo simulator, which just does a lot of recalculations, storing the intermediate results. Essentially that's what Monte Carlo simulation is about. There's a very nice number formats utility, which obviously there's number formatting within Excel itself, But it's quite nice, this utility. It's got a lot of standard formats. My favourite, the British style dates, of course. It's quite nice to have. And of course money, where we have pounds and euros, etc., as well as dollars, of course. That's basically the introductory manual. So you've got your BF library and your BF utilities. That's really the starting point for looking at business functions. And in the next video, we'll actually get going and look at a tutorial and look how the functions work. But this is what you see when you boot up. You've got lots of, as much hand-holding as could be built in, given that it's a very large and complicated and I suppose sophisticated library. As many things to help you in terms of examples, tools are there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.